Yeah, that's fine. Spoiler alert, don't listen past this if you haven't seen, even though it's all over Instagram. So.
Yeah. So, does the fact that this one ties, or at least starts to tie into Spider-Man, does that elevate it a little bit?
No.
Nah.
Because Venom's the final characteristic is a giant ass spider on his chest. If I try to polish a turd, it's already it's a turd.
Like a turd in the wind.
Yeah,
that's a legitimate line from the first. You
I've
remember
heard
that?
Yeah.
Now dive into Venom 2.
Well, here's going to be my transition. Is one of the reasons I feel like the second half of Venom 2 is better than the first half of Venom 2 is because what I liked about the first Venom, what I think this movie suffers from is at the very beginning is almost too much Venom. If that sounds weird, like the novelty of the first one, like I liked about the first one was the dynamic between Eddie Brock and Venom. Like I like their dynamic together in the first one. In the second one, it feels like the first half feels almost overbearing with like just having them like go back and forth with each other in his head.
Venom wants to fuck Eddie Brock. Just get over it.
Well,
yeah, we'll get into the queer coding of this movie.
Yeah, and I hadn't seen the first movie, but that's kind of what they said is like up until it kind of positions the characters into the third act when they actually fight, the movie sort of doesn't know exactly what to do.
It does, like, I don't know. Like, this almost follows, like, any Seth Rogen movie where it's like they're friends and then they're not friends and then they're friends again. Yeah. That's every single Seth Rogen movie.
Like Disney Channel or a rom-com.
Yeah. It almost feels like, yeah, it does feel rom-com-ish.
The first superhero rom-com.
So yeah, this movie does follow a lot of tropes.
But fair line took the entire year in the cinema. Like Emily, where Venom defeats the bad guy, about to eat Cletus's head. He says, Cletus tries to make things with Eddie Brock saying how all I wanted was a friend I was abused. Venom says, fuck this guy, then eats his head.
Eats his head, yeah. That was a good line.
The best use of one F-bomb in the movie.
Although, I would say.
Imagine if they would have made Venom rated R. Like, we could have been getting this the entire time.
Well, here's...
they'd stop cutting away from every time they killed someone.
Is Venom right now Sony's Deadpool?
Not really, because they're not going full Deadpool with it, where it's like full on blood gore and full on F-bombs.
I know, but Venom kind of acts like Deadpool in a way.
A little bit, where he's snarky and he's
dick.
It kind of feels like he's got like.
He went to a rave.
He went to a rave.
Come out the closet.
We'll get into the queer coding. Let's make that a full like 20 minutes of this Codpast where we're talking about.
That is a huge part of this.
That is a huge part of this.
Venom is gay for sure.
Did Andy Serkis have a thing going on?
He's at least bi.
Yeah, I mean when you play Gollum for so long and Lord of the Rings is pretty bi as it is, so.
Yeah.
But,
hot man in that movie.
What?
Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White.
I'm white now, because I'm... Anyway.
I mean, the guy that plays Aragorn.
Ooh, Viggo Mortensen, back in the day. Jeez.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom is just an angel. No wonder Katy Perry fucks him.
Mr. Smith, who was the Elf King.
Yeah. Hey, man, some people like him short. Shout out to the dwarf.
Shout out to the... I mean, like, we're queer coding this podcast now. Queer coding.
All right, are we into it?
Well, hold on. Before I say that, can I say something? Can I say two things that I really liked about this movie? So, one of the things I thought I did better than Venom is body horror. I thought that. I thought the horror elements of this movie were actually really good, and like the body horror. It's because like I wanted that more with Venom, and then it didn't really deliver on that. The body horror with Carnage is actually really good, where you see like the sprouts coming from him, and like the way he changes and stuff.
I love the way that Carnage changes in this movie, and you can kind of see Woody Harrelson's face like disappear into.
Yeah, I thought and that leads into like my second thing that I really liked is Carnage. Mm-hmm. Like I would say Carnage is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Like I do really like Carnage. It's almost a shame. It's pretty much a shame we don't get to see him fight. We won't get to see him fight Spider-Man until probably we're in our 60s and they reboot this whole shit. But
I don't know. They reboot things more and more often now, so.
But yeah, but like I liked Carnage, and like as kind of a horror fan of horror movies, like I thought the body horror in this movie was really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. The CGI was better.
That's another thing, and then yeah, I'll just say this, and you can build on it. Is that like the end scene of Venom is just a black blob and a gray blob fighting each other, and then at one point they're like separated, and then Indian Elon Musk and Tom Hardy are just having a slap fight in the middle, and that's supposed to be like the money shot of Venom, and then it's like it's really bad. The fight scene of this movie, I really liked.
Yeah, like Venom vs. Carnage was actually better. CGI was a lot better. You could stop, even though it was still at night.
Yeah,
It makes it easier for CGI for the anime studios to do that. It was still more visible than the last one. Although
I like the lighting in the church, which I thought was pretty good.
Well, they just copied some of the framing from Amazing Spider-Man 2 straight up.
They did. Really?
Just whole
natural born.
whole cloth. They just stole it.
And also, half the plot of the movie was basically natural born thrillers. A Woody Harrelson movie from the '90s where he goes on a killing spree with the girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Can we jump into the queer coding?
Let's
yet?
jump into the queer coding.
This movie's gay as fuck.
It's like I said, this is definitely a movie about a man struggling with the fact that he has another man inside of him.
Venom wants to raw dog Eddie.
Yeah, there's a lot of love there. He definitely loves Eddie.
It's a rom-com at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
It's a superhero rom-com, basically. They're great. They're good at the beginning. Then they break up. Then they realize that they can't live without each other.
Yeah.
Get back to
I
the-
gotta say, I loved sitting next to X and FX in this movie because there's at least 4 or 5 times, like trying to get
still
yeah, still listening. Okay, there's definitely 4 or 5 times where he literally said out loud these exact words. What the fuck is this movie?
Probably, but one of them was probably when Carnage is wrecking the prison, and then he decides to
Yes!
turn into a fucking
Yes!
tornado.
He turns around. Yeah, I remember
Oh,
you.
yes.
You literally said next to me. You're like, what the fuck?
That's not actual power they had. What the fuck? Really, the
Yeah.
Flash does that.
It's not even a thing that's ever done by a symbiote ever, because
So-
it's impossible for them to move that fucking fast.
I leaned over and I said, it's a metaphor for Hurricane Katrina.
Oh,
We're gonna find her. We're gonna bring her to
who's
justice.
George Bush in that reference then?
The warden finally got its revenge.
Is that
No,
We're watching
Ghost Rider
Scooby Doo
2.
tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Venom.
Venom 2
2.
was so fucking gay.
So apparently Johnny Ace is quite
Back to the coding.
So apparently, I'm sorry y'all.
Yeah,
Apparently
no, there's
Johnny Ace is
literally
homophobic.
a scene where Venom goes, "I'm coming out of the closet."
At a rave,
They kept me
no
at the
less.
club at a rave where there was definitely that was not even subtle. It was weird because it felt like they were trying to play it subtle, but it wasn't at all.
No.
It wasn't at all. He was at a rave. A girl walks up and
glow
says,
sticks.
"Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Oh, you're not really my type."
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
I mean, what pisses me off
what-
with that
what
is
was that?
she's
No,
clear.
not
She's
way.
clearly wearing a Halloween costume, a Halloween mask from Spirit Halloween from one of the Purge movies. That was a mask that was in Purge 3. I remember that
I
mask.
have to say one thing about that is
Venom's gay.
what
Anyway, go on next to that.
he's gay for Eddie. However, I have to say he saw the mask and is like, "Oh, you're not my type based off that, not off the voice, or not that you knew that as a woman." I mean, let's be honest. Venom hasn't been on this earth that long, so he probably doesn't know what to act. He probably can't differentiate men from women that well. He just sees.
So it's like
I don't
pandas.
know. I had weird feelings about when he transformed into the Lady Venom.
Which
he's
we'll
do-
talk- which
all
also,
he's doing
like-
is matching the body type.
Am I wrong in
Yeah, I
this?
have weird feelings about that Venom silhouette.
Am I wrong in this? In the first one, he does it in the first one where he takes over Anne.
Yes, he does.
He takes over Anne. Am I wrong about this? Did she have boobs in the
Yes,
first
she
one?
did, she
And
did.
then in the
No.
second one, she didn't have boobs?
No, she did have boobs in the second one.
She had boobs in the second one?
Yes.
It wasn't
Okay.
prominent. Because Michelle Williams, I was so happy for her not to be. I thought because she went away for a while in this movie. She was in
Yeah.
the first act and there's the third act. But I was happy she got her check and was out. When she came back in the third act. Fuck.
Yeah, and also they kept the same doctor boyfriend from the first one, and
Yeah.
then
Why wouldn't
he
The
got his
cuck.
check, and then the cuck, he was definitely cucked in that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
I do like that, and then I do like the Mrs. Chen scene. I think
Well,
that scene was funny.
Let's be honest. In the movie, her character did say, he makes me feel safe. So he's of course going to be the cuck until they go back to each other to feel safe.
I thought maybe they would kill. Here's something I'm glad
same.
they didn't do. I thought they might have killed the doctor. I thought they were gonna kill the doctor fiance, and they didn't.
The doctor fiance.
Bye bye, Dan.
And also, speaking, this kind of counts, but not at the same time. Like one thing that Awesome Sauce really likes in movies, and I really like as well, is the payoffs.
Yeah.
Like one of the reasons like we love Suicide Squad is the payoff of the smaller bullets. We love little payoffs like that. I love A Quiet Place too because it pays off things really well.
Oh, sidebar. There was a lead scene that came out for the Suicide Squad about why Rick Flag was on that suicide beach. It's because he jokingly insulted Viola Davis's
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller's like blouse she was wearing, like jokingly, and then that's why she put him on suicide beach.
That makes sense.
Because he insulted her blouse one day.
Yeah.
But I guess this is more of a question for you. It's like, how did you feel the payoff of the doctor boyfriend cuck showing up and being like, fire and sound minus the sound,
Dr. Cook.
His name is Daniel.
and he gets the gas and where did he get that
Honest-
gas, by the way?
Yeah, no, I was fine with him showing up. The thing that bothered me was what he did was physically impossible.
Thank you.
We talked about this as we were peeing.
Okay, because I wasn't in there when you guys were taking a.
No.
Yeah,
While you guys were all
I-
taking a shit,
so-
holding hands.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So we were all
raised the
taking a shit
question.
holding hands.
Thank you for going along with that.
I was saying that if you were to pour gasoline and then light it with a blowtorch like that, the fire would burn up faster than the gasoline would fall down.
Down to carnage. Wait, did we finish our
Japanese-
career coding conversation?
Probably not.
We basically just talked about like
Venom's-
how.
he just wants to fuck Eddie. Just fuck him. He be okay.
Well, it's like it's not subtle at all. Like he and like I wouldn't say like it's very like there's
wants to tickle
definitely
that
like
bubble.
a and he's like, I wish you were here to see that. Like when he lays down, I was like, I wish you were here to see that, Eddie. That's definitely like something somebody does at a party when they're like after
Just got
like
married.
just out of a breakup where they're like having fun and being social, and then at the end when they go home they're like, man, I kind of wish my ex was here to see like how good of a person I am or how good I'm doing.
I mean, it was kind of gay.
It was pretty gay.
It had gay undertones.
It was the second most gay superhero movie I saw, and the first one was Too Fast, Too Furious.
That's the
Whoa,
superhero
Wait,
movie.
hang on. Can we have a side conversation about that?
That's not a good movie.
No, but that movie, like,
This
if you
is-
read into it, it is actually gay. Like,
Yes, yes, gay.
they,
So it's the Venom 2 of the time.
Brian and
Roman Pierce.
Tyrese Gibson definitely
They
had a
pass.
thing for sure.
Busto, bitch.
They definitely had
Like-
a church camp experience.
Yeah, no, there's just one too many, like, there's weird eye flutters and stuff where you're just like, this is not, like...
Well, there is that scene where he does like the eye stare, the stare thing
Oh,
with
yeah.
that, and then he
Brian-
goes like, and then he rolls up all pissed.
jealous.
He's like, you know, he got that from me, right? And it was like, so, and then it's like you read into that, it's like, oh, he did that to him.
Yeah.
Potentially.
He's jealous that Brian is after Ava Mendes in that movie.
Which I would be as well. I'm just saying, Eva Mendes is very attractive.
Yeah, but if your former boyfriend left you for Ava Mendes, how would that make you feel?
It's the gayest action movie I've ever seen.
Didn't feel like it was with Marvel at all.
Until the end.
Until the very end, where they literally draw like that was actually a surprise to me. I thought that they were going to introduce it as he was part of an MMCU all along. But what actually happened in that closing scene is they drop him into the MCU universe.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Based off what?
And I bet they're gonna try and put it at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
also
he's gonna be introduced in No Way Home. I feel like at this point he's gonna be in No Way Home in some way.
And also,
Because
like,
No Way Home is
No.
we kind of forget that's a Sony production. That's not a Marvel. That's not a straight up Disney Marvel Studios production. That's a Sony production.
No. So
true.
based off what Awesome Sauce said, what you gotta think about is, so before Marvel started their formula or typical formula with the MCU, is it the fact that all the previous Marvel movies, like Blade, Ghost Rider, all that, feel like DC movies because that's the typical formula they use, just fast introduction of a character, big bad, hope we have a franchise, there we go, done, big bang. Whereas MCU's always leading up to something, and you can actually open that and you can see that tab there.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Here's a question for those of us, the half of us who have finished Loki. Does that mean that technically Ghost Rider is canon? Because if it's an infinite universe of multiverses...
Yes, Ghost Rider is canon, but not the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. They brought...
Well, I mean, okay, well, that's a bad example. I guess, does that mean, like, everything is canon? Because technically it's a multiverse.
They haven't...
Yeah.
Technically, are we canon
I
watching
agree.
Marvel Universe
I
movies?
subscribe to that everything is canon. Even fan fiction is canon.
I mean, if Disney wants to be cute, Disney wants an easy backdoor, but will they want to reuse some of the same actors?
I would be totally fine with Nicolas Cage showing up and being like, "It's a multiverse."
So,
I also played 1930 Spider-Man and drives
honestly,
off.
at this point, I want Norman Reedus to play Knight Rider. I mean, not Knight Rider.
and you want to be David Hasselhoff, Ryan
A southern
Jarvis?
ass kid. A southern ass kid.
No.
Oh no, I mixed
We
that
gotta
up.
file some rockets today.
For some reason, I pictured Norman Reedus as the voice of Kit from Knight Rider.
No, I want Norman Reedus. God damn it.
Any other shot?
Oh, the Flames beat the Kraken 4-1.
Damn.
Well, it's funny because the MCU and Disney have used the multiverse twice in Spider-Man No Way Home and also in the Loki series.
Well, I thought Loki was
yeah.
leading into No Way Home.
Yeah, they're all gonna lead into each other.
But that's two different entities, both using the.
No, but
multiverse
you see
thing.
it, like they have that sort of like earthquake type thing. I bet that's gonna show up in every single like movie in this.
Well, let's think about the No Way Home trailer where it kind of felt like... Are you playing footsies?
Yeah.
The Codpast is officially queer-coded.
One good thing that I liked about Venom 2 is that they used the good Venom song, not the bad one.
Venom.
Yeah. They used Venom from Lil Sims instead of Eminem, like they should have in the first one, but they didn't. And in the second one...
And he's like, I'm Venom. I'll go up and start talking.
Yeah, and in the second one they actually included... Eminem didn't make a cameo in the first one, right?
No, I don't think so.
Cool.
He was just the end
Yeah,
song.
I thought he did.
I didn't think so either.
No, did he make a cameo? I don't think he did. I thought he just showed
no.
up.
Cameo?
He did not. He actually filmed it like he was with the Venom symbiote, but he actually never.
Oh yeah, they did the music video for Venom where it's like, but that was not. I guess it is MCU canon since everything's canon. But anyway,
Yeah, I saw that once.
we're canon watching the movies because
Yeah.
technically this is its own universe.
Everything is canon. Yeah, we're in this universe.
Yeah,
Where we watch the movies.
Technically, the Spider-Man game is also its own universe they introduced.
Yes,
in
I
the-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were talking about Little Sims.
They used the good Venom song, not the shitty Venom song. Not the Venom, 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 Venom.
Don't know what hit 'em. Don't know what hit 'em. Just call me Venom.
Yeah.
But it's canon that he is the son of Venom.
Yeah, he says it so many fucking times. He's
Father.
like, Father!
He's got daddy issues.
He has big time daddy issues.
So
Okay, XFX has something to say.
So I have to explain to you that yes, it is canon that technically Carnage is an offspring of Venom.
Yeah,
And yes,
that wasn't for question. He
Yes.
says that multiple
Wait.
times in the movie.
Oreo,
And
please.
yes, that technically. Bitch, you didn't even ask.
I said please.
Can I have one?
Yes. You
Cool.
Can he have one?
Yes, you can have one. I think they can cover the thing in there. However, I have to say that yes, it is true that Carnage was born from a Venom piece of Venom symbiote mixing with Cletus Cassidy, causing it to be insane and causing it to go on so well with Carnage, with Cletus.
Is that why he has more
However-
spikes than Venom has?
No, that symbiotes can do that, I think, but for some reason they made Venom just a walking, hulking tank.
Well, that's part of the first one is like Venom's kind of like a loser symbiote, whereas like he doesn't have the cool shit like the like Elon Musk's the symbiote
Right.
has. Robbie,
Does
yeah.
he have a bunch
But-
of spikes and shit?
He's got spikes and shit, and Venom doesn't have that.
No, he can do that. He basically is a walking symbiote slash anamorphic parasite, so he can actually create whatever he fucking wants to. But what I want to say was, those two facts about it are canon.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that the carnage symbiote is thinking outside of Cletus Cassian in wanting to kill his bride is very non-canon, just for the movie's sake.
I was gonna ask that. So in the comics,
Is
is it?
Venom
It's kind of
taking
what.
it
like if you think about like Pacific Rim, where you have 100% connection to your partner.
Okay.
The more sound and noise it makes, the higher the chance of depletion of that connection between the two partners. So, at first it takes this much of concentration and thinking to maintain the carnage or venom symbiote outer suit. But once the loud noise hits, then it's like, oh shit, connection lost, 1%, 10%, 5%, sweep back in for protection.
Fuck you.
Yeah. All right. So now that we've woken up Ace, let's give a.
I heard every word y'all said.
Let's get
You were snoring.
like for Scooby Doo.
It's
I will.
Scooby Doo,
The
bitch.
first one's like, you know, it's very different from the Marvel.
Release the James Gunn cut of Scooby Doo.
That's all we're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
And we
so,
can finish your thoughts.
so the first Venom, I was like, you know, it's enough of a break from the typical Marvel, it's by the numbers set. That was like, you know, this is actually kind of nice. But then the second one's like, okay, even I can't accept all this bullshit that's going on.
Yep.
Some more bullshit.
How did you? What did you think of it?
It was
It was bad.
it was bad.
It was a bad. It's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. It probably wasn't worth the full price, but hey, it's COVID times, and I saw it in theaters, and it was entertaining.
Yeah, we laughed. We cried.
We laughed. I hope they don't make another one, but I know they
At
will.
least not on that level.
Yeah, like
I got
it's
sucked off in the theaters.
like if Venom shows up later, that's cool because he's a cool character. But like watching, an hour and a half of Tom Hardy yell at himself or
And he
argue with
voices
himself.
Venom too.
Yeah, so an hour and a half of Tom Hardy arguing with himself, like, I don't know. I'd rather watch him fight Spider-Man or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just an hour and a half of Tom Hardy arguing with himself. What do you want me
Yeah.
to say?
Yeah. Yeah, most residents of London see that every Friday night at their local pub of Tom Hardy yelling at himself.
Respect the knife, mate.
It's very much, yeah. You can tell it was directed by Andy Serkis because there's a lot of going back and forth.
Yeah. Oh my! I didn't think about that. The guy who voices
Zinger!
Gollum. The guy who made Gollum come to life, where it's a guy going back and forth from himself, made Venom 2. That's fucking insane. No one's pointed that out so far that I've seen.
Seriously?
I haven't seen it anywhere.
I cannot be the first one to point that out.
Oh my god.
For real, I cannot be the
Are
first one.
you the first one to point that out?
No way.
I haven't seen it anywhere else. We have to look at some reviews.
Backwards.